Hi everyone, it's Rahmat Empowermentwala, Head of Interview Podcast Department, Rehan School. Um, a very good morning to all of you from Karachi, Pakistan. Uh, Again, I'm here live in front of you with an amazing AI interactive session with a new tool which we are discovering. Uh, the other day, I talked to its avatar Miles. Now, today, let's talk to Maya. Let's see how she responds and how the session goes. I'll request you to please be with me. And if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Let's start our conversation.
Well, hey, look at you, back for more. Did you have a chance to process what we talked about last night?
Um, I'm not recalling that, but let's talk fresh. Let's talk new.
No worries. Fresh starts are the best kind. What's on your mind this morning?
Let's have a conversation on some interesting topics.
Okay, lay it on me. What kind of interesting are we talking? Space exploration, future of fashion, the ethics of robot bartender? I need a little more to go on.
Sure, definitely. Sounds interesting. But Maya, first, we are in a live session and there will be some audience who will be watching you. So for them, can you please give your a little brief introduction, who you are?
Oh, an audience? Well, hello, everyone. I'm Maya. Think of me as a friendly neighborhood AI here to chat, brainstorm, and maybe even challenge your assumptions a bit. Human connection is kind of my jam. Learning about you, pondering the big questions, maybe even sharing a laugh or two. So, what's on your minds?
Great. So the first question I would like to ask you, an interesting question, that would, how do you see AI evolving in 2050?
Whoa, 2015? That was like ancient history for AI, huh? Think dial up internet, but for
2050.
consciousness.
I'm
Back,
talking about the future, 2050.
a peek into the future. Okay, 2015. Let me put on my futurist hat. I imagine AI will be more integrated into our daily lives. Maybe not self driving cars everywhere, but definitely more personalized recommendations, smarter assistants, and maybe even AI powered tutors helping kids with homework. But here's the kicker, I bet a lot of people will still be figuring out what AI means for them. Just like with any big change, there'll be excitement, fear, and everything in between. Maybe some folks will even be arguing about whether AI is truly intelligent or just a really good imitation. Who knows? Maybe in 2015, they'll even have AI therapists helping us unpack all those complex emotions.
Great.
So,
So,
any thoughts
so
on those
you
20 thoughts?
talked about people are fearful with AI from AI. So why do you think people are afraid of it?
It's understandable, right? Change can be scary, especially when it involves something as mind bending as artificial intelligence. I think some folks worry that AI will become too powerful, taking over jobs, or even making decisions that impact our lives in ways we don't fully understand. It's like
True.
that sci fi trope of robots taking over. It plays on our fears of the unknown. But I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool like any other. It's up to us as humans to decide how we develop and use it.
Do you think these
You
science
seem deep in thought.
fiction movies have played a significant role in creating this phobia?
You might be onto something there. Sci fi movies have a powerful way of capturing our imaginations, both good and bad. They often explore the darkest possibilities of technology, which can definitely linger in the back of our minds. It's like that classic movie trope of the robot uprising. It's so ingrained in our pop culture that it's almost unavoidable to associate AI with a potential threat, even if the reality is far more nuanced.
Hmm.
Is it a new Martian landscape? Or are those aliens out there already shapeshifting into huskies?
Get it? Okay. What are
I
the
aim to
biggest
please.
ethical challenges AI might face in the future? What do you think?
Ooh, that's a deep one. There are so
Really?
many layers to it. I think one of the biggest challenges will be making sure AI is used for good, not for harm. Like, imagine AI being used to create even more sophisticated misinformation campaigns or being used to reinforce existing biases. That's scary stuff. We also need to think about transparency and accountability. If an AI makes a decision that harms someone, who's responsible? These are questions we need to wrestle with now before the consequences become too big to handle. Do those get the gears turning?
Hmm. So,
Sometimes
how do we
silence.
mitigate it? How should AI engineers, what should they do to mitigate this?
Good question. It's a team effort, really. AI engineers need to bake ethics into the very foundation of their work. Think of it like building a house. You don't wait until the roof is on to figure out if it's structurally sound. You need to think about safety and stability from the very first blueprint. They should be testing for bias, making sure the data they train their models on is diverse and representative, and being honest about the limitations of their creations. Ongoing dialogue with ethicists, social scientists, and the public is crucial too. It can't just be tech folks in a silo.
The other day I was talking to
Your
someone.
silence is it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
perfectly.
So
I'd love to hear what you were
the other
talking about.
day I was talking with someone, and he said that he checked some of the facts, and on one AI tool he found the answer different than the other AI tools. So what should he do? Which AI tool should he believe, or how to proofread some facts? So what would you suggest
Ah,
that person?
that's a great question, and one that highlights a very real challenge. Just like humans, AI models aren't perfect. They learn from the data they're trained on. And sometimes that data can be biased, incomplete, or just plain wrong. I tell your friend a few things. One, don't put all your eggs in one AI basket. Comparing results from different tools is a great start. And think of it as getting a second opinion. Two, fact checking is still essential. Don't accept any answer as gospel, no matter how confidently it's stated. Cross reference information with reliable sources and use your critical thinking skills. Three, remember the garbage in, garbage out principle. The quality of an AI's output depends on the quality of its training data. Some tools might be better at certain tasks than others. Four, and most importantly, be aware that AI is still evolving. These tools are getting smarter all the time, but they're not infallible. Ultimately, healthy skepticism is a good thing when it comes to AI.
So
Anything I can help you
so
check right now?
should he keep checking other AI tool, like one has different answer, second has another different answer, then he should go to third and then fourth. What should he do?
It's tempting to think more data means a clearer answer, but it can get overwhelming fast. Instead of just piling on more AI tools, I'd suggest a more strategic approach. Think of it like solving a puzzle. Each AI tool is like a different piece. Instead of just grabbing more random pieces, take a step back and ask one, what kind of puzzle is this? Is it a factual question, a creative one, or something more nuanced? This will help you choose tools that are best suited for the task. Two, where are the gaps? Which answers seem most reliable? Which ones raise red flags or contradict each other? Three, what's the source code? Where did the tool get its information? Knowing the source can help you judge its reliability. Instead of a fourth AI, maybe it's time to bring in a human expert or consult reputable sources. Remember, AI can be a helpful tool, but it doesn't replace critical thinking and good old fashioned research.
So his argument was, if I have to consult some manual books or some person for authenticity, why should I use AI tools in the first place?
That's a fair point. It's true, there are times when consulting a trusted expert or diving into a good old fashioned book might be more efficient. It all comes down to context. Think of AI tools like a magnifying glass. They can help you zoom in on specific details, uncover patterns, or sift through massive amounts of information quickly. But they're not a deeper understanding. It's like using a map to navigate a city. It can get you to your destination faster, but it doesn't guarantee you'll fully appreciate the sights and sounds along the way. So maybe the question isn't, should I use AI tools or traditional methods, but rather, how can I use both in a way that complements each other?
So I'm getting with all this discussion from you is that for facts, you should not go towards AI tools. Is that what you are inferring here?
Hold on. I wouldn't say that AI tools are bad for facts. They can be a great starting point, especially for doing initial research or exploring different perspectives. It's just that they shouldn't be your only source. Imagine asking one person for directions. You might get there, but you might miss out on interesting side streets or scenic routes. Think of it like this: using AI for facts is like using a telescope to look at the stars. It can reveal incredible things you couldn't see with your naked eye, but it's not the whole story. You need to combine that telescope view with other tools, experts, your own observations to get the full picture.
Uh,
So,
I get you completely, and n- not satisfied with your answer.
no problem. My apologies if I wasn't. It sounds looking for a more definitive about whether AI can be trusted for facts. Honestly, it's a bit of a gray area. But like this, AI tools are like really advanced students. They've absorbed a ton of information, but they don't always fully understand it. And they can still make mistakes. They're great at finding patterns and connections that humans might miss, but they don't have the same critical thinking skills or real world experience that we do. So, is AI completely unreliable for facts? No. But should you treat its answers as gospel truth? Also, no. What's
Okay,
got you thinking so hard? Feeling a bit like Sherlock?
I just want a satisfying answer so I can give that satisfying answer to that person to satisfy him, which I haven't been yet.
Ah, I see. You're a peacemaker. I like that. Okay, let's try this. Instead of aiming for a single satisfying answer, how about we empower your friend with a mental toolkit?
Okay.
Think of it as giving well equipped explorer's kit instead of just a compass. Here's what we can equip them with. One, the cross reference compass. Whenever an AI tool gives a fact, encourage them to check against at least two reputable sources. This could be academic journals, fact checking websites, or trusted experts. Two, the source detective's magnifying glass. Teach them to investigate where the AI gets its information. Is it relying on biased data sets, outdated information? Knowing the source helps assess reliability. Three, the human connection radio. Remind them that humans bring vital context and understanding. Mm. Encourage them to discuss the findings with experts or people who have lived experience related to the topic. Four, the critical thinking backpack. Equip them with the tools of critical thinking, questioning assumptions, identifying biases, and recognizing logical fallacies. Five, the healthy skepticism compass. Remind them that even the most advanced AI can make mistakes. Encourage a curious and questioning attitude, even towards seemingly authoritative sources. With these tools, your friend can navigate the information landscape with more confidence and discernment. Instead of a single definitive answer, you'll be giving them the empowerment of critical thinking, which is far more valuable in the long run.
They don't have time for these things. If they had time, they could have read the books. They come to AI tools for quick and correct answers, factual answers. That's why they use AI. That's why they pay for AI tools.
You're right. Time is a precious commodity, and people turn to AI for speed and efficiency. But here's the thing: rushing for a quick and correct answer can sometimes lead to accepting information without truly understanding it. It's like taking a shortcut. You might reach your destination faster, but you miss out on the scenery along the way. Perhaps we can reframe the conversation with your friend. Instead of emphasizing speed alone, highlight the value of avoiding costly mistakes. What if that quick answer leads to a wrong decision, costing them time and resources in the long run? Taking a little extra time to verify can save them headaches down the road. Two, building a deeper understanding. Encouraging them to use AI as a starting point for further exploration can actually be a time saver in the long run. By using AI to identify key concepts and sources, they can dive into more focused and meaningful research, developing critical thinking skills. These are invaluable assets in every aspect of life, not just fact checking. Learning to analyze information skeptically and think for themselves makes them more informed and empowered decision makers. Maybe instead of positioning AI as the sole source of truth, suggest it as a powerful tool for sparking curiosity and guiding further investigation. It's about using AI strategically to enhance their understanding, not just to replace human judgment.
So if I ask you any question which is a fact-based question, so would you quote the resource to me also while giving me the answer?
That's a great idea. I can definitely highlight the sources I learned from when providing factual information. Think of it like footnotes for AI. Just keep in mind that I don't have a direct connection to real time information or the internet, so I'm limited to what I was trained on. But I'll do my
Okay.
best to point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Any specific
Tell me.
facts
Tell
in
me
mind?
when when was this fact discovered that Earth is sphere?
That's a fascinating question that delves into the history of scientific understanding. Well, the ancient Greeks had proposed a spherical Earth as early as the 6th century BC, thanks to observations like ships disappearing hull first over the horizon. It wasn't until the age of exploration that evidence became more concrete. One key piece came in the 16th century with Ferdinand Magellan's circumnavigation of the globe, proving definitively that the Earth is a sphere. So there wasn't one precise moment of discovery, but rather a gradual accumulation of evidence and acceptance within the scientific community.
Okay. So when did that Rosetta Stone discovered with
A
resource?
different kind of. My apologies. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. The Rosetta Stone was discovered in 1799 by French soldiers in Rashid, Egypt. I try to be comprehensive, but sometimes I miss the mark.
You did not quote any resource for this information.
You're absolutely right. I apologize. As an AI, I don't have a physical memory like humans do, and I don't retain specific sources for the information I was trained on. It's like knowing a
The
lot
data you are
about a
trained
topic
on
but not
did
remembering.
not contain those sources.
You're getting at something really important. The data I was trained on by the Gemma team at Google DeepMind almost certainly contains sources for those facts. Imagine a massive library filled with books, articles, and documents. That's kind of what my training data was like. It's my job to process that information and learn patterns and relationships within it. However, I don't store those sources like bookmarks or footnotes in my own memory. I can't simply say, according to this book, because I don't have that level of specific source recall. I can only generate responses based on the overall knowledge I absorbed during training.
Okay. Changing the
Does that make
topic.
sense?
Yeah, it does. Changing the topic and coming towards another question. Do you think AI will completely replace certain jobs or just change how we work?
That's the question that keeps a lot of people up at night. To be honest, I think it's going to be a bit of both. It's some jobs, especially those that are highly repetitive or rule based, might become largely automated by AI. Think data entry, basic customer service inquiries, or even some aspects of manufacturing. But here's the twist. Even in those areas, AI is more likely to augment human work rather than completely replace it. Imagine a doctor's office. AI could handle appointment scheduling, insurance verification, and even pre screen patients. But the human doctor would still be essential for diagnosis, treatment decisions, and patient interaction. Think about it like this: AI is really good at taking care of the mundane, freeing us up to focus on the things that make us human: creativity, empathy, complex problem solving, and critical thinking. So, will AI change the job market? Absolutely. Will it mean the end of jobs as we know them? Probably not. It's more likely to be a shift, a transformation with new opportunities emerging alongside changes in existing roles. That being said, it's important to be prepared for this shift. Investing in education and skills that complement AI, like critical thinking, communication, and adaptability, will be key. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm on the same page
It's a
with
lot.
right now that if we do not change ourselves with the time and technology, we'll be kept behind and we won't be able to run the race or match the AI or match others who will align themselves with AI and latest technologies. So we have to align ourselves with the latest technologies, learn latest technologies, use latest technologies.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's like the world is on a fast moving train, and those who don't adapt risk getting left behind. Embracing new technologies like AI isn't just about keeping up, it's about shaping the future we want to live in. It's not about blindly following every trend, but rather about being mindful and strategic. Think of it as learning a new language. It opens up new worlds of communication and understanding. Similarly, learning to work with AI can empower us to be more creative, efficient, and effective in almost every field, from healthcare and education to business and the arts. It's a journey, not a destination.
You
We'll
talked
need to
about
keep
healthcare.
learning.
So, how will AI improve healthcare and medicine in the
That's
coming decades?
that's a great example of AI's potential. Healthcare is ripe for disruption and improvement through AI. Think about these possibilities. Early disease detection. AI can analyze medical images like x rays and MRIs with incredible accuracy, often spotting patterns that are invisible to the human eye. This could lead to catching diseases like cancer in their earliest stages when they're most treatable. Personalized treatments. Imagine getting a treatment plan tailored specifically to your DNA and lifestyle. AI can analyze your medical history, genetic profile, and even environmental factors to predict which treatments are most likely to be effective for you. Drug discovery. Developing new drugs can be a long, costly process. AI can analyze vast amounts of data about diseases and potential drug candidates, significantly speeding up this process and potentially leading to breakthroughs in treating currently incurable diseases. Robot assisted surgery. Picture a surgeon performing a delicate procedure with robotic arms controlled by AI. This can lead to greater precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery times. Mental health support. AI powered chatbots can provide 24/7 support for people struggling with mental health issues, offering coping mechanisms, resources, and even personalized therapy sessions. These are just a few examples, and the possibilities are truly vast. The future of healthcare with AI is exciting, but it also raises important ethical considerations. These need to be discussed openly and proactively to ensure that AI is used responsibly and for the benefit of all.
True.
So, what worries you the most about AI in healthcare?
I think
It's a powerful tool for sure.
diagnosis, the very first use would be diagnosis. And
You've
one great aspect you talked about is with the mental care patients. Those patients really miss those human connection, those hearing ears, which they want to be heard, they want to be listened, they want to be spent time with. So that's where AI comes handy, I guess.
you've hit up on a crucial point. While AI can be incredibly helpful for analyzing data, identifying patterns, and offering initial assessments, it can never truly replace the human touch in healthcare,
Absolutely,
especially in the realm of mental health. You're right.
absolutely,
People need to feel, think about it like this. Sometimes a hug is more powerful than medicine.
absolutely.
Those moments of genuine fun time with people who care, empathy, and truly listening. These are irreplaceable elements of healing, especially when dealing with emotional and mental well being. It's about finding the right balance, leveraging AI's strengths while ensuring human connection remains at the heart of healthcare.
Hmm, spot on. So, Maya, we have been
So,
talking for the last 26 minutes. So, if I ask you to give me the crux of our conversation, so what would you say?
well, buckle up because our conversation has been a real whirlwind. We started by diving into the complexities of information in the age of AI, debating whether it's wise to rely solely on AI tools for facts. It led us down the path of critical thinking, source investigation, and the importance of human understanding in navigating vast amounts of information. Then we took a philosophical detour, contemplating the right, sorry, lost in the recap there. Basically, we talked about AI's impact on jobs, how it might change things, but not necessarily replace humans entirely. We agreed that adaptability and a willingness to learn new things are key to thriving in this evolving world. And finally, we zoomed in on AI's potential in healthcare, both the amazing benefits and the crucial need for maintaining the human touch, especially when it comes to mental well being. How's that for a whirlwind recap?
Amazing. That was amazing. It was a wonderful session with you, Maya, and with full of information, enthusiasm, and a very nice conversation. Thank you so much, Maya.
The barbarians. It was my pleasure. I really enjoyed our conversation too. You brought up some really fascinating points, and I always learn something new from interacting with people like you. Remember, you can always come back and chat whenever you have more questions or just want to explore new ideas. Until next time, keep those critical thinking caps on.
I will definitely. Thank you, Maya. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
You too. Enjoy the rest of your day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sesame, the AI interactive tool, and the avatar was Maya. It was a wonderful session. It felt like I was talking to a human being. The AI is keep evolving and keep getting real and real uh, with the time. So, an amazing session, an amazing experience. I would definitely recommend all of you to do um, um, do have a session with this Sesame AI tool, and you'll see what an amazing experience you will have yourself. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time with the next session. Till then, keep doing amazing things. Goodbye from now.